Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. I am ashamed to say they got me. They got me again. $42 in on my 53 makes a total of 95. I am going to keep a running tally on my investments in this game just to be transparent with you guys as well, to keep me honest, because otherwise I might spend way more than I should. I probably already have. I probably already have. But what we did buy is we went into the Champion Pass, picked up that. Unfortunately, I still have a couple days before I get that guaranteed legendary, but it is on the horizon. But we did pick up all the juicy rewards along the way down here. That seems to be a pretty good value. And then I did go into the, I don't even know if they'll show me anymore because I purchased them. But in the 100-day celebration appreciation pack, there was a $3 one, a $5 one, and then two $7 ones that I picked up. So you put those all together and it's $22 plus the $20 for the Champion Pass, and that's $42. And I've already spent $53. And so that's my $95 total dollars. That being said, I did find out something that was kind of cool. When you get this 10% when you purchase a pack, there's a couple things that are going for you. The first thing is you get points, 10% points back on every purchase. So the purchases that I made before, I actually had 53 or 530 points, which are basically a penny a piece, to put towards my next purchases. So the $3 pack I actually got for free. And then I got half of the $5 pack paid for based on my previous purchases, which I think is actually really cool and also pretty smart, because once you start establishing that bank, it encourages you to buy more. And then once you buy more, you're going to kind of deplete the bank and need to replenish and so forth. So they get you. The other thing that's kind of fun is with your purchases, I think they reset this every 30 days, I believe. I wasn't really paying attention, but those purchases stack up. And you actually get additional rewards for the quantity of purchases that you make. Not to say I'd ever get to 70 purchases in a 30-day period, but it's kind of cool that if you are buying some of those smaller packs, they could stack up and get you additional rewards as well. So the 5 that I purchased are going to be the Champion Pass for 1, the $3 pack, the $5 pack, and 2 of the $7 packs to make a total of 5. Obviously, getting over here to 10 purchases would be kind of nice, but I'd have to probably spend at least another $15 with like 5 of the small packs in order to get to this point, but it would be an extra perk to get to if you could. So now you're asking, what did all that $42 get me? Let's take a quick peek and take a look at it. Rate up summons, I think I was around 20 or 30, so it did pick up another 30 or 40 rate up summons, which we're not going to pull today just because I do have both these characters already. I'm not at a point in my account where I'm really pushing to get chivalries high. I think it'll kind of happen over time. On the special summons, I think I didn't even have a 10 pack, and now we're up to 93. So we are going to make that an even 100 today. Also got a bunch of rubies that you see here, which is kind of cool. I am going to hold on to those for a rainy day. So all in all, not too shabby. We do also have a 10 pack on the relics. I think each and every relic. So we're going to have quite a few summons today. So let's jump into it. No, I'm going to start with the normal summons. I always do, just to kind of get warmed up, get a feel for what's going on here. And then afterwards, we'll jump over into the item pack and see if I have any other things to go with. Hey, we got a rare out of the gate. That's pretty cool. And a couple uncommons, so that's pretty fun. It's a good way to start. You see my chivalries? Again, they're stacking up, and the more and more characters, I'm hoping to really get quite a few characters stacked up to chivalry level 10 with all these summons we're going to do today. So we'll start over here in the Storm Relics. The one that I'm probably mostly hopeful for is Morgan's Storm Relic. I am at 45, so I'm pretty far from pity, so we don't have a lot of expectations here, but we'll go ahead and pull and see what happens. We might get lucky. I did already get a legendary Storm Relic with Ivory, so that was a pretty big win. So these are all duplicates for me. Accolades here is something I already have, otherwise it'd pop up here with a new banner, so didn't get it, but we did push on towards pity. Let's jump over into the Frost Relic. On the Frost Relic, we did recently pull Morgan's Frost Relic, so that was a huge win, reset pity. So we don't really have expectations here, but you got to start somewhere. So we'll work towards pity with every 10 pull we go. Got 3 of the rares there, so that's pretty good. Let's see if any of them are new for me. Hey, we got a couple new ones. So we got Camelot here with a new one, as well as Frederick. So that's not too bad right there. So we can go ahead and get those on the account. And then the rest of these we can sell and get some of those tokens, so that's a big win. On the Flame Relic, I'd probably be most hopeful for Merlin's Flame Relic. I heard it's pretty cool. Kind of changes that character's dynamic quite a bit. I do like his Frost Relic as well. It's great for crowd control and freezing the enemy, so that does work out really well. I forgot to even look at where my pity was. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We haven't hit it yet. So, wow, look at all that. Was that 6 rares? That's pretty insane. I don't think I've ever gotten 6 rare pulls before. So we got Anguish here is a new one, and then Baborn, the shark guy. And the rest of those will turn into tokens, so that's cool. We'll get those stacked up and start getting closer and closer to being able to pick up a legendary relic when it hits the shop, and I'm ready. All right, we'll jump into the special summons here. As we take a look at who's in here, the only ones I don't have are going to be Vivian and Gilroy. I think everybody else I do have at least one copy of. So those would be the 2 that I'm probably most excited about. That being said, obviously stacking up Chivalry on Merlin, Morgan is kind of my primary focus right now. Bedivere, I just got one. Lancelot, like any of these chivalries would be great as well. I'd like to see Nika start to enter this pool, as well as Saris. I don't have Saris on the account, but I can't pull her in this summoning session, so maybe next time. But every time they do updates, they typically pull one of the previous champions into the pool, which is helpful. We are 49 away from pity, so you know we're not guaranteed to get 2 legendaries. We're guaranteed to get 1. And hopefully we get 2. If we could get to 2, we're kind of beating the odds a little bit there. So, but we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how well it goes. We'll start this first 10 pack here. We are not gold yet. We still have an opportunity. We're going blue. We're staying blue. We're staying blue. That's all right. We're looking to stack up chivalries. 1 rare. Oh, I got 6 on the last one. So how greedy can I be? So we got these guys, another Arduin, so I think that's my second today, so she'll be moving to Chivalry level 5, and these characters here are probably going to be pressing on, getting a couple more folks to 10, so that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and go with our next 10 pull here. Not gold yet, not gold yet. Oh, I pulled a single one. Oh, you goofball, no wonder I didn't get nothing. Man, this is amateur hour over here. All right, we'll just spend a little extra rubies at the end to make that a 10 pull. Let's stick with the 10 times summon and guarantee us that rare character. I was like, dude, I didn't even get a rare. That's crazy. But yeah, that happens when you don't do it right. So here we got 3 rares. That's pretty good. We'll take that all day long. We got a Bodwin ×2, so that's pretty good. Don't really need him anymore because I got my Guinevere. But there is other content that he does do pretty well in, so that's not a bad pull. Grab this next 10 pack here. I think this is the biggest summoning session I've done on the account, pulling a full 100 special summons, so kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting to see what gets added to the count. Getting chivalries up, here you go. I'm already at 10 for Cormac, so that's going to be tokens that I'm getting to accrue there. And hopefully I can get enough where I can actually buy a legendary character, at least in the near future. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but it'd be pretty fun to be able to do that. So we're sticking to the rares. We got 2 at least, so that's pretty good. I didn't quite get to the skip button in time. So we have Gareth and Nicholas. So both of them are kind of stacking up those abilities as well. We are getting close to, I think this might be pity right here. Trying to think, it was 49, maybe next time, maybe the next one. Oh, maybe it was this one. We'll never know. I don't know. I can go back and see. And we got 1 legendary and 2 rares on this guy here, so we'll go ahead and get through here. Accolone, still looking to build him for the Ice Bear. He's going to be very helpful in there if I ever get to him. Sarah, I've been working on as well, so getting Chivalry up there is going to be amazing. Let's see here. Jared, I think I'm still working on Chivalry here. That's it. The Power of the Sun is Gawain. So that's a cool pull. I do have Gawain already, but that will be Chivalry level 1 for Gawain there. So that's exciting. Welcome to the team. And we're moving through the rest of these guys here. So that's a pretty cool pull there with Gawain. We'll get him on Chivalry level 1. And there's been some cool teams with him doing some really big damage. So I haven't really looked into what it takes, and I haven't quite built him yet. I think he's at 5-star 50 right now. So we are at 42, so we're not guaranteed to get to pity, but we will get close with 50 pulls, because we're going to make the last two a 10 pack just because I got all those rubies. What am I going to do with them if I don't pull? So I do lack discipline. I need help. What do we get here? We got 2 rares. We've got another Cormac and a Boars. I have seen a couple teams around Boars actually helping get through some of the higher content dungeons, so that'll be something to look into as I build him up more and more. Or her. I think it's a him. I can't tell. Covering up too much of his face. So we'll jump in, grab the next 10 pack here. No legendary yet. We're hopeful. Our hopes are crushed. Alright, let's see here. We got 2 rares. That's pretty good. Did I get it? No. Alright, Arduin. That's another pull for Arduin. Moving through there. Cormac. I have been landing, what is that, 3rd or 4th Cormac? Again, they're all turned into those tokens, so not a bad pull for me at all. I would love to see some Rosier, because her chivalry, I think, is at level 4, so I'd really like to start stepping her up a bit if we could get some of those. But I can convert those into tokens and then buy her memory stones in the shop, so that'll work out. Oh, we got a single pull. That's no good. Oh, it's Arthur. Look at our chivalry on Arthur is looking pretty weak there at 3. So we'll have to work on that for sure. And then we got 2 more pulls after this, because we will complete that last one. We get a legendary. No pity needed. Let's see. Can we get 2? Is that too much to ask? 2? Oh, we got and a rare. So, all right, we'll take it. We will take it all day long. We got a Jarrett. We got Douglas. Douglas is maxed out. Urians, I have not maxed out yet, so I actually haven't really built him either, but he does have some use cases, so I'd be looking forward. Steadfast Heart, Steadfast Sword. Lancelot to the team. All right, that's a big chivalry for me. I think that's number 1. Pretty sure that's number 1 for chivalry on Lancelot. But he's starting to find his way into more and more of my teams with that AoE burn. And just the AoE dot damage that he does. He's just a phenomenal champion. So we'll keep on keeping on here. See who else we might get. And Baborn. Alright. And one more 10 pack just for good measure to make an even 100 pulls. That way I'm not a liar with the clickbait and putting 100 pulls on the thumbnail. I want. Oh, back to back! Who are we gonna get? And 2 rares. This is pretty exciting. I didn't think I was gonna get 3. I was hoping for 2. What does your shield protect? Guinevere. Another Guinevere. So this is chivalry level 2 for me on my Guinevere. It was funny. It took me 40 days to get any of her, and now within, I don't even think it's been 3 or 4 days, I've gotten 3 copies. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen those other videos, but great pull, great champion. Pretty excited about that. So that's not too shabby. I'm going to go ahead and jump over into the champions, get some chivalries up, and then see who we're looking to sell, and I'll bring you back in. So we jump over into the champions here. If you see a little red dot right here like you see on Lancelot, that's how you know you have a chivalry available. So this will be my first chivalry on Lancelot, so that's pretty good. Hopefully I got enough gold to actually put all these chivalries on. That'd be ridiculous if I didn't, but it seems to be a constant problem for me. As we roll through, we did get a chivalry for Sarah, so that's going to be a big win. We're on chivalry level 2. That's garbage. I need this champion. I need her up. I think that her debuff disruption is a huge piece of her kit, plus the heals that she does. She does find a lot of use cases in the dungeons, so I'll be pretty excited to get her maxed out. Jarrett, we're on to level 8, get some HP and some effect accuracy, so that's going to be a big win for him. He is a little bit squishy for me and does die in Gorgos, so that extra HP is probably going to be the difference that keeps him alive. I did outfit him with his Frost Relic to help out as well. But that's a good win. We got a couple more to go on him. On Nicholas here, we got another chivalry up here. I haven't really used Nicholas outside of the faction battles, so I don't know that he has a lot of use cases. Haven't heard a lot about him. Guinevere, we're moving on. Defense 10%, and as a tank, that's going to be a pretty big win for her. Getting that extra 10% defense just makes her a little bit harder to get through. I do have some work to do on my Guinevere. She's only 5-star 50, so I do need to step that up a bit. Get in here to Gwaine. He's got his first chivalry going on here, so it's not too bad. We're stacking them up pretty good on this on the account here. Arduin, we actually got 2 up, so we'll get both of those on her and get her up to chivalry level 6. She does have some use cases, but if you caught my video about the top rare healers in the game, I think she came in probably around 3rd. She does have some crowd control in her kit with her polymorph, which is kind of cool, but her heals just weren't quite as impactful as some of the others. I personally think Sarah tops out that list, and then Turin would be a close second. So we got Bodwin up to Chivalry level 5 now. I think Chivalry level 3 is where you need him to replace Guinevere in the Master of Apocalypse. So I do have that available, but I also have Guinevere, so I'll probably just go that route. But I'll zip through the rest of them, getting them all buttoned up, and then I'll head over to the Shard Exchange and see how many of those tokens we've piled up. So we do have quite a few left. As I was noticing this as I'm going through, when you get up to these higher level chivalries, it costs quite a bit of gold to upgrade them. So I'm actually going to run out. I had 2 million. I was joking when I thought I was going to run out, but I am actually going to run out, which is pretty unfortunate, to be honest with you. But I'll have to go ahead and get the other chivalries maxed out later. We'll jump into the Shard Exchange here. We're going to select all. There will be a couple in here that I didn't get because I ran out of gold. But you can see the Cormacs are stacking up there, and on these guys as well. So we'll get these exchanged over and add that to the list. So we are up to, what is that, 700? 708 on those guys there. If we move over to the relics, let's take a peek at that. We're going to select all. Make sure that's checked. I don't want to sell anything I don't already have on the account. They only let you do 20 at a time, so there's probably some of these I can sell as well. But that's 3,100 on those tokens, so that's going to be, yeah, we're starting to get up there. We're starting to get pretty close. I think we need 52,000 in order to get them all. So quite a few new relics for me today. I got both of Anguish's relics. I have all 3 of his relics now. That's pretty cool. And then these guys are duplicates there. We'll get those exchanged, another 3,700. So that puts us over 40,000, which is pretty good. So we can kind of work on that, and getting back over here to the legendaries, you need 52,500. But we are starting to get to that point where I probably need to start doing some homework to see which relics that I'm actually in the market for. And that way, if they do happen to come across, I can pick them up. But we do have another 12,000 or so to do. So we have some summonings left to do. If we jump over into our item box here, ooh, we got some 5 and 6 star gear. That's always welcome on the account. That's probably the biggest opportunity on my account is just gear. Here we've got a 6 star chest with a vigor set. That is actually huge and legendary. Wow. All right, we'll take that. We got a couple 6 star pieces in here. So that's pretty big win right there. That one's in crit rate. What's the speed? Attack speed even. Oh my gosh, that's a huge pickup. With crit rate, we can adjust these, but that is awesome. I'm trying to think. Attack speed probably goes straight to my Morgan, although I'm using accuracy and vigor set with her. But I don't have a 6 star attack speed, so that's probably going to have quite a bit of extra speed on it. We do have these guys, which are borderline useless, but we'll put them in here. They'll add to the pool as we get closer to that legendary relic. And then these are the carefully crafted gifts, or carefully prepared gifts. So I'm not entirely sure what's in here or what to expect, but we'll go ahead and use these and see what's up. We got 9 of them. These are from the purchases. So I'm actually really impressed with those 9 carefully prepared gifts there. You got 40 relic poles, which is pretty big, so we might as well go do that. Plus we got 10 stamina, which is going to be helpful with all the events going on. I did kind of go through my last video, talked about my plan for the events. I should be able to finish all of them with the stamina they give you in the game. I thought at first it was going to be really hard to do that, but I think those points stacked up a little faster than I anticipated. So we didn't get any storm relics. We did get 10 frost, so we'll pull these guys and see if we get lucky here. I think we're still pretty far away from pity. I got so excited I didn't even look. But we got a rare going on here, and just the one. Bummer, dude. That's all right. It's been a pretty good day. Can't complain too much. So this is one I have on the account, but I have not summoned it yet. That's why it doesn't say new, but it has this little emblem on it. And then everything else was stuff I already had. And then we have 30 pulls over here. Dang, we're going to be 4 away from pity. So maybe we don't need it. Maybe we'll get there. You can't purchase extras of these with rubies though. You have to have all of them available. I might be able to go find somewhere I can buy somewhere if we don't hit a legendary before. But that's pretty good with 4 rares there. I'll take that all day long. That is a great pull for her. I do already have her flame relic, but that is one of her better relics. I'd probably argue it is her best. With the single target dot damage, she definitely, works out great in a lot of the dungeons. Got a couple new pieces there, so that's pretty cool. We'll grab 10 more and see if we can get lucky. Again, on the flame relic, the only one that I know that I really want is Merlin's flame relic. That's not to say there aren't other ones that are great out there. There's 5. That's a great pull. They're not to say there's not others that are out there that would be great. I'm not aware of them. This one, again, I have not summoned yet, but I do have on the account, so we'll be selling all of these guys. And probably by the time we get done with this, we will be probably looking at having enough to buy a legendary relic when it comes in the shop. So I'm gonna have to do some homework to figure out what I'm looking for every day, just to have a list ready for myself. More rares, more rares. All right, 3 rares on this one. And we are 4 away, so we can go and find and see if we can scoop up 4 of these anywhere. Let's take a peek. So we head over into the item shop, pick on these guys, click this little icon if I get my head out of the way, source info, and then it'll show you where you can get them. So Clan War Shop, Forbidden Dungeon, Normal. Let's see how expensive they are. All right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and pick up 4 of these just to finish out this huge polling session that I put together. I really didn't expect it to even be this big. It was pretty exciting. So with our pity, we are guaranteed a flame relic with this 10 pull and the legendary status. That's pretty exciting. I always like how sometimes this turns gold and other times it comes in after the blue. Just kind of creates a little extra level of excitement. Could we get 2? Is that too much to ask? All right, we got 2 rares. 2 rares and a legendary. So let's see what it's at here. We're moving through. I wonder if they pop up here. I think they do state that they're new if you're clicking on them through this way. And then I always remember that the legendary ones come in and you don't even really know they're legendary. There you go. Okay, so Tristan's flame relic. That can be pretty interesting. I'll have to take a peek at that. I have seen people using it. But I think his frost relic is his best, and he comes with the wind. But you know, it's a new one on the account, and it's something new I can play with. And I do use Tristan quite a bit for single target damage in boss fights. That did take me all the way to pity, so that's pretty good there. And again, we're gonna have a lot of these guys to sell. But the dirty pay to win account keeps growing. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and going through those summons, trying to keep my my purchases under wraps here. $95 on the account now, doing pretty well, having a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.